started. Thank you all for being here. I guess our first order of business is the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call, please.
Yes, Mayor Dunleavy is excused this evening. Council President Yelsey.
Here.
Costa.
Here.
D'Amato.
Here.
Della Ripa.
Here.
Hudson. Here. Sondemire.
Here.
All right, tonight we have a presentation. We're lucky enough to have we have Harry Delgado here from the police, the New Jersey State Association of Police, to present our police department with their accreditation certificate. And I know the mayor wanted to be here to be a part of this presentation. In a way, I'm happy he's not because I get to do it. So we're going to come down, we're going to meet, let's see, we're going to set up a microphone and then bring Harry up to make this presentation. And if the council would like to join me, you're welcome to it.
Thank you, Council President. It is truly a pleasure for me to be here tonight to bring proof that you have one of the best police departments not only in the state but perhaps in the United States. And I bring proof, as I said. Just to add context to the accomplishment of your police department, there's over 470 police departments in the state of New Jersey that would be eligible to apply for accreditation. But today there's only 119 that are actually accredited. And that is because it's a very rigorous process that requires their commitment and requires the support of their governing body. So if you indulge me for a couple of minutes, I just simply want to explain to you what accreditation is really about. Accreditation represents a significant professional achievement. Agencies seek accreditation as a way of assuring the public that the agency meets the highest standards for professionalism, training, and discipline. Accreditation is a progressive and time-proven way of helping law enforcement agencies calculate and improve their overall performances. In fact, they become more effective in the delivery of the police services as well as more efficient as they do it. The foundation of accreditation lies in the adoption of standards containing a clear statement of professional objectives, in this case, 100. Participating agencies conduct a thorough self-analysis to determine how existing operations can be adapted or improved to meet these objectives. Accreditation is a certification by an independent reviewing authority that the law enforcement agency, the Bloomingdale Police Department, has met specific requirements and prescribed standards. Accreditation reflects that the accredited agency was carefully measured against an established set of state and national standards and has met, and in the case of the Bloomingdale Police Department, has exceeded accepted practice in the field of law enforcement. Briefly, accreditation agencies are better able to defend themselves against lawsuits and citizen complaints. Accreditation provides objective evidence of an agency's commitment to excellence in leadership, resource management, and service delivery. Government officials can be more confident in the agency's ability to operate efficiently and meet community needs. Accreditation embodies the precepts of community-oriented policing. It creates a forum in which police and citizens work together to prevent and control challenges confronting law enforcement and provides clear direction about community expectations. Accreditation standards give the chief a proven management system of written directives, sound training, clearly defined lines of authority, and routine reports that support decision-making and resource allocation. And officers in accredited agencies are able to take pride that they have been objectively recognized for their professionalism and adherence to the highest standards available. Now, one of the things that I really noticed that is completely unusual, it's a compliment to the kind of police department that you have, is During the on-site assessment, which is 2 days in which we deliberately raise the stress level of anyone in the entire police department as they go through the final analysis, we have a call-in session where citizens are able to voluntarily call in and say what they may about the police department, whether it's positive or negative. In this case, your police department had 37 citizens that took their own time to pick up the phone and say something about the police department. And I know what you want me to say and validate is that it was all positive. So positive. And I could go on all night, but I certainly want that you want to recognize the police department. I highlighted just simply 2 statements among the 37 that I actually read. The police treat everyone with respect and consideration. Best by far for kids, politicians, and workers. Why the mix, I don't know, but certainly has true meaning. They truly care about the community. They are great during storms. I have never seen a police department work like this one. I have nothing but praise for the police department, someone else said. A police department is only as good as its police chief. The chief has integrity and is honorable. The officers are very professional and respectful regardless of the situation. And I can go on and on and on, and I will simply embarrass these great police officers that you have here because the accolades simply got better. So it's without further ado, as a representative of the State Police, so that the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police, and the New Jersey Law Enforcement Commission, that was the 1 hour and 45 minutes of driving. That is getting to me, so I apologize. So the New Jersey Law Enforcement Commission congratulates Chief Joseph Burrell, the Accreditation Manager, Captain Raymond Mueller, the staff of the Bloomingdale Police Department, Mayor, Council President, and the Council, and those citizens that they so proudly serve for achieving accreditation, joining a very exclusive group of law enforcement agencies that have made this important commitment to excellence in policing. Without further ado, I'd like to present the Chief with a certificate of accreditation, which states that Bloomingdale Police Department, having fulfilled all of the accreditation standards as established by the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police, is hereby awarded this 3-year certificate of accreditation. Congratulations, Chief. You earned it.
Thank you very much. Just a few words from myself, my family, on behalf of the council and all the residents of this great town we have. It's absolutely something to be very proud of. We appreciate everything you've done. And for the residents, benefit. These guys work 12 to 14 months, and if it was in the business world, we would call this like best in class or world class, achievement. That this department's achieved something that only 119 towns out of 470. I think that's top 25%. So 75% of towns haven't been able to achieve being able to service that much better. So we're proud of you. We thank you. We appreciate you. That's it.
If I could just...
Yeah, absolutely. Please.
First off, the process of accreditation was one that we were excited about, but at the same time, there was hesitancy because it's a culture change. So we had to change the culture of how we do business. I felt before accreditation that we were in good shape. The way we handled our business, our policies, our procedures, everything that we had to adhere to, I felt we were in good shape before we started the accreditation. That said, I can't put to words how much we've improved throughout that process. And that process was led under the direction of Captain Ray Mueller, who spent countless hours and 12 to 14 months full-time working on this process. I received calls from Captain Mueller at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night with regards to going through the process and, we got to do this, or what should we do with this? I'd go to bed saying, wow, that's one dedicated guy right there. To get up the next morning and see that he sent me emails at 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning on top of it. I can't say enough about the respect and admiration that I have for you, for the way you handled this whole process. You led our department with this entire accreditation process. Everybody bought into it. That was a concern I had in the beginning was, change, people don't like change. And we thought we were on a good path as it was. So it took a little while to make that change. But boy, I can tell you that the change we made is for the betterment of not only the police department, but everyone who frequents Bloomingdale, who lives in Bloomingdale, and people that we have to encounter on a daily basis. I can't stress enough how proud I am of the entire department, because they all chipped in some way or form. Everybody had to do their part, and they did. And by the end, we really were proud of what we accomplished. And again, Captain Mueller, I say thank you. Words can't express, how I feel that you handled this task. And thanks again. And thanks to the State Chiefs Association and Harry Delgado for making that trip. I know that that's a hike for you to make. We're honored to have you here. We thank you for being here. And I also thank the Mayor and Council for their support. Sometimes there were financial obligations that were involved with this. They were very grateful, we're grateful for their support and how they helped us make the adjustments and the changes we needed, from a new floor to the smallest things. Without your support, it wouldn't have been possible. And finally, to Tom Andrzejczyk, who's the retired police chief of the Rogers Group, he was instrumental in guiding us. We sought the direction from the Rogers Group when we initially started this process, and he was instrumental in leading us also. So with that said, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thanks for your support. Congratulations. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Joe, can we have him come back and speak again?
Sure. Congratulations. How you doing?
Greg? Greg?
Yep, thanks. Good?
Wait, guys, don't leave.
We're just going to get a photo with Harry.
Photo?
Yep. Harry, would you mind just taking a quick photo with us?
Did you get a
Debbie?
photo?
I'll shake your hand. Okay.
We're coming back in, that's what I'm asking, do you mind?
Our legend, I know, I'm going to go through it.
Council President, can I just say one thing? Well, Joey, I have Joey and everybody here. I just had dinner with a resident a few minutes ago. It's just funny that this happened tonight. And she had an episode where her life was threatened, and she almost died. And our police officers came in and actually saved her life. But it didn't end there. And I know Joey went through this process was grueling at times, and but they still had to maintain and do their regular duties. And not only did they save this woman's life, but they followed up and checked on her and called the hospital and visited her after the fact. So there's a human element there, and I know I can't say enough good about it, but I wanted to make sure I get that on the record.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks. Right here. Thank you very much.
Thanks again.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Mayor's left us with a pretty light agenda for tonight, which is we're grateful for that. First order of business is early public comments. Need a motion to open to early public comments?
Second?
All in favor? Seeing, okay, yeah.
Sure.
Real quick.
Mayor, Council, Matt, 177 Charles Street. Couple topics that I wanted to talk about. Shall we?
Yeah, I'll pull it over there.
Matt, would you mind? Yeah. Grab it, bring it over. Thanks so much.
You just need the mic.
Yeah, that's
Do you want me to restate my name and my address? Sure, got it. A few topics that I just wanted to discuss. I wanted to see what the status was regarding the information sign that was going to be placed. I don't know if the council had decided or the mayor had decided. I don't know if it was going to be going through. I know last meeting we had one of the owners was here. She was discussing it. And I just wanted to know where the council and where the town was leaning regarding the information sign. You guys know what you communities and ladies know what you want to do?
I know the mayor's been getting a lot of input from residents,
Yeah.
and he's been forwarding some of those to us, and we've been asking a lot of questions as far as size, different options from the company, and we're waiting to hear back. Nothing's been decided or set in stone.
Sure. I mean, if I could comment, I mean,
Sure.
as a resident, I've only been in this town for 5 years, and it's a wonderful town. And I moved here really because it's an American small town. And I think that a sign that would be 6 feet by 16, there's 3 of them, would be gaudy, would detract from this small town that we do live in. I wouldn't want to see something like that placed anywhere. I kind of like having those banners. It kind of makes it seem Main Street, if that's a word. But the signage, plus 7 slots, there's only 1 for the town. All the rest is advertisement. I kind of come home into my town to escape the realities of the outside world. I don't want to see advertisement bombarding me as I'm coming in. Also, you travel, silver and amber alerts. Thank God there's not a whole lot of amber alerts, but silver alerts, there's a silver alert every other day. And I just recently went down to Red Bank and the signs, every single sign down the park, it was a silver alert. And I think that's something that I wouldn't want to see that coming into my town. So just food for thought, something that you got men and women can think about. There are some people that are a little bit against it.
Just to clarify, that this is basically information that we're getting, which is a lot, if we decide to go that direction, there's a lot of change. I think, look back to probably test that, we have ordinances down for signs. So we can't just go out with the 16 by whatever sign that we want to do that.
Right.
There's a lot of research that would have to be done, and, you know, we actually have Chief Brown, give his opinion, where locations, if we went there, that it wouldn't be,
Sure.
you know.
I mean, signs are all over.
Where's it gonna go? I don't know. Somebody came and approached us, we boarded out to see what it's all about.
Sure.
Town could benefit. We probably don't have direction. It's not gonna be a benefit. I kind of agree with the gaudiness and the advertising.
Right.
Not that way.
I kind of like having those little banners spewed across by the IGN. It's simple, it's easy, it's effective, and in 2 weeks it's up, and then it's down, and you get the point. Another issue that I would like to bring up, I don't know if you had discussed the flood evaluation and where the status is over at Charles Street, Elm, and in that general area regarding the flood. I know they had Mr. Agnelli, I think his name was, from the company, and they were in the process. Do you know of how the status is?
There's work that's continuing to go on. As a matter of fact, we're moving some of it tonight. Bill first, we're paying for some of it. It's just a continuing process of
Gathering information and so
actually getting out there and cleaning them up. Getting those streets cleaned up.
He's actually talking about getting out of the flood zone.
Yeah, the flood
You know,
zone.
they have to pay that flood insurance. We're still in the process
Oh, that
of
process, okay.
working together.
Right.
To get to where the goals where everybody wants to be is to get you guys out of there.
Right,
It's a slow process.
Sure. Yeah, I know they were spending pretty much the summer, so just to get an update for some of my neighbors. And also, last topic, the goose issue. The gaggle of geese have flown the coop. I don't know if they had an informant here on our last meeting, but now all of a sudden they're gone. So yeah, which is kind of nice. My dog is now losing weight because he thinks the geese tongue is a delicacy of some sort, but for some reason. But anyway, I digress. They're gone. So I did see the company though one morning over at the school. They let their dogs out. The dog kind of crept along and did its little thing and then left. That was the only time. Regarding the contract for the company, what happens in the migratory states that geese have? And there is a good chunk of the year that they are in migration. They fly, they go, they do whatever geese do. Are we still paying that company that $4.25 a week? Is that our best interest? I have a 72-pound pit bull, and those dogs those geese have no problem going after my dog. I see this little Cocker Spaniel, and I'm like, really doesn't have much of a chance of going against the Nest. So there's just a couple of issues that I would just like to get clarification on. How would we pay them? You know, these are going to come back anyway.
Right. No, good questions. I don't have all those details. Does anyone here have all the details of the contract? But I know there's a process where they go turn their eggs over and do something to
I don't know
that
if you
they can't have.
We can certainly have, once Mayor Dunleavy is back, we can certainly have him contact you, and he can discuss the contract with you.
Yeah, that would.
And if any questions that you might have.
I mean,
So Jane, actually, if you don't mind making note of that.
I mean, I don't know, I walked my dog a couple times, and you go near a nest, and those geese, they get nasty. They're posturing, and they don't care who or what you are. They're coming after you, and, you know, and I'm glad that the town is doing something, and something needs to be done, so, just to check the status. Thank you.
Seeing no one, motion to close the public. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
The consideration of executive session, there is no early executive session. Reports from governing body.
I have one.
Okay, please.
As some of you may know, Mayor Dunleavy, Councilman D'Amato, Councilman Yazdi, and I were challenged by one of the town employees to do the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, and that is Frank Newberger. So to Frank Newberger, we accept your challenge. As Mayor Dunleavy is on vacation, we are waiting for him to get back. We will be accepting the challenge at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning at Town Hall. Anyone wishing to join us is more than welcome. We also will be donating, each of us will be donating toward the ALS Association. It's a fantastic organization that supports people with Lou Gehrig's disease, and we're thrilled to do it. And at that time, then we will name the people that we would like to challenge.
We can't challenge the rest of the council right now to do that as well.
We can certainly challenge the rest of the council.
Right, I think
I've
we
done it.
should.
You can do it again.
No, it's all right.
I've done it 3 times, just leave that there.
Yes. So, that is my only report, as we were challenged by
I'd
one
love
of
to
the
see
mayor
Frank
council.
join us.
Frank is more than welcome to join us.
Yeah.
He has junior partners to handle that.
Great.
If not, I'll send Tracy.
We don't want to put you on the spot.
11 o'clock, Sunday.
Thank you very much. Any reports from?
I just wanted to,
Just as a reminder, the candlelight walk will be September 11th, 7 o'clock, lining in Butler, proceeding down to Slough Park.
John, do you have anything on Town Cleanup Day, Saturday?
Town cleanup day, this is Saturday, starting at
10 o'clock?
10 o'clock until about noon o'clock. Lunch will be served afterwards. We're looking for a good turnout as we did in the spring, so everybody is welcome. The councilperson, will be running the event, and should be a good morning.
Slough Park.
Slough Park.
And it really is not, it's really not geared towards children. This is really geared more towards the adults, as we will be walking along the river. And we don't want anybody injured, small children injured, so this really is geared a little bit more towards the adults.
Council President, just one thing I wanted to bring to everyone's attention. A few years ago, the borough settled the matter with what's known as Avalon Bay. And as part of the settlement, the borough was entitled to $100,000 towards its affordable housing. And what happened was Avalon Bay was willing to make that payment as part of the settlement. But the way the Council of Affordable Housing works, if the borough takes that money, you have to have a spending planning process, you have to have substantive certification with COA, and that's something a number of communities that are essentially built out, such as Bloomingdale, don't have. So we really can't get a hold of that money because it's supposed to be dedicated to affordable housing. So what we've done is I've prepared a motion to ask the court to never mind what the COA rules are, but for the court to order the $100,000 to be paid over, and I don't believe Avalon Bay is going to oppose this either, by the way, but the money would be set aside for rehabilitation work on those residents whose homes and income would qualify for that. So you get the benefits of the funds. There'd be $100,000 put aside for that. We follow the affordable housing program for rehabilitation. People who need work on their property and qualify, but we don't have to go through all the links of COA for no reason that way. So I would hope to file that motion before the next meeting, and I'm hoping to file it with the consent of Avalon Bay. That's my
Yeah, I was just going to mention, for anybody who hadn't seen, the Board of Education appointed Muriel Cardinal as their new interim superintendent and principal. SRD. Yes, SRD. I'm sorry. Finding it a little. Based on his work in Butler over the last few years, I think we're very lucky to have him, and I look forward to working with him. So.
I've dealt with Mario a couple of times, great man, and yeah, we're looking to have him. Thank you. You should have brought my glasses. No, okay, we need a motion for the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second?
One second. Before we do that, Mr. Sembro, on that agenda is the resolution for the Highlands preservation. I want to comment.
Yeah.
That would be 8.1.
Yeah, that resolution is for what's known as the horse farm property. For a number of years, that property had been considered potentially for development, but it was also captured in the Highlands legislation in 2004 and became restricted by way of the Highlands Act. And what's happened is, I believe it's based on some of the help that the owners of the property have sought. They've now reached out, and I believe it's Assemblywoman DeCroce, who has sponsored legislation to amend the boundaries of the Highlands Act to exclude what's commonly known as the horse farm. So there's a resolution to support this request, and I note for the record that, like all properties, there may be some restrictions, but the property itself is not part of what really should be the Highlands Act. It's really not part of the watershed, so to speak, and that's what the Highlands Act is for. And what we note in the resolution is, Bloomingdale, with respect to, state-owned properties and watershed-type lands, has been the steward of such lands. But this is not a property that should be in the Highlands Act, and certainly there would be a benefit for the community if it were eliminated from the Highlands Act. So that resolution has been put together supporting Assemblywoman DeCroce's legislation, which specifically pertains to this property.
Thank you. There are a number of other items that we can discuss in this. We just get the motion.
All in mass, I just wanted that one.
Got it.
Motion to approve the consent agenda, really that 8.1 is the resolution, Mr. Sembro. Just refer to
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
We got a question
All in
on
favor? Or roll call?
Just a question on letter G, the 61,424. Is that what we looked for getting, or is that what we wanted? Walking back it.
We had requested 75,000. They have approved this amount towards the Boston track. So we're lucky to get it. Thank them. But no, it's not the amount that we're looking for.
Is that something we have to use this year, do you know, or is it something like the bathroom where we actually held over, we got another, or the following year?
It's definitely something that would have to go, it's engineered and go
Right.
and out to bid. I have requested that we get this going as soon as possible so we can start to use it. Whether it's this year, it might be a little tight.
Right.
But hopefully between this year and next year, it should be a walking track.
Council President, while Mayor was away, keep in the back of your books, you'll see a notice to the public Community Development Block Grant Program. Ms. Hoffman called and said there was something, additional funding that might be available. She's putting this in the borough for this walking track.
Good.
So
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so that's going to go towards it. So that gets us 101.
Let's get it all, then we'll be where we gotta be.
Pretty confident.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, that's great news. Roll call?
Councilmembers Costa?
Yes.
D'Amato?
Yes.
Della Ripa?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Sandemeyer?
Yes.
Yazdi?
Yes. Okay. Pending business, adoption of resolution 8.2, 2014. Approval of liquor license for Tres Sombrero.
Yes, that's in order to proceed this evening. We have the tax credit certificate, so in order.
Fantastic. And who makes that motion? So moved. Roll call, please.
Councilmembers D'Amato?
Yes.
Della Ripa?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Sandemeyer?
Yes.
Yazdi?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
Okay, introduction of new business, adoption of our payment of bills. Who makes that motion? 8.3.
So moved?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Della Ripa?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Sandemeyer?
Yes.
Yazdi?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
D'Amato?
Yes.
Introduction of ordinance number
Second. 14.
14 to 2014, amending the speed limit on Macapin and Union Avenues. And this is a house cleaning item. None of the speed limits are changing on those streets. Just the house cleaning, we're catching up to, we have to have this ordinance in place for the speed limits that are posted.
So, hey, excuse me, Ray, so the speed limit signs are staying the same, we're just changing the ordinance to match the signs?
Yeah,
Correct.
through the diligence of the police chief, it was pointed out that, as the council president said, this is a good housekeeping item, to make sure this is all in order. I don't believe, and the chief's here, that anything's going to change as far as the signage.
Correct. Nothing is going to change. The speed limits will remain as they are, as the speed limits are posted. It's a matter of cleaning up old ordinance literature and updating our ordinance.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on that, please.
So moved.
Second.
That'll be September 9th at 7 p.m. Please record the
Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Hudson?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Sandemeyer?
Yes.
Yazdi?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
D'Amato? Della Ripa?
Yes.
And that's an ordinance of the Borough of Bloomingdale, the County of Passaic, and State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 7 traffic of the Code of the Borough of Bloomingdale by amending Section 7-26 speed limits.
Okay, item C, authorization to award contract to Colco Enterprises for desnagging and repair of Knowles Road.
I neglected to put, should say resolutions for the next three issues, it's 8.4.
Okay, that's resolution number 8.4. Need a motion for that, please. Second. Any discussion?
Where is that, Culver, is that? By
Yeah, it's on that bottom section.
Steve Shoes,
So on the Reeves Avenue side,
they started that, did they start that yet, or?
I think they started, they're going to.
This is to make it official.
This is all part of the plan.
This is a part of the original flood that we transferred over to the 709, and it's not being getting done. Roll call?
Councilmember Sandemeyer?
Yes.
Yazdi?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
D'Amato? Della Ripa?
Yes.
Hudson?
Yes.
Thank you. Item D, authorization to award contract to GL Group for air conditioning repairs for the municipal building. Need a motion for that?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion?
This is
upstairs is broken down, and they're coming in and get that fixed for us.
Any reason why with emergency, just we get it done, get money to pay it, or?
You have to get done as an emergency now, we're official, so we can pay the bill. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Giusti.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
Tomato.
Yes.
Delariva.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sondemire.
Yes.
Item number E, is this the number? 8.6? Okay, we're trading in 3 police vehicles and purchasing a new one. Need a motion for that. Sure.
Just to clarify what's going on here, we had a public safety meeting with the chief. We have police cars that are sitting out back that right now we're not using.
Correct.
And there's issues with them. The chief's vehicle is burning approximately 3 to 4 quarts of oil per week. We're putting bad money into, or good money into a bad vehicle. So after the research, the chief did the research, we were going to go through a leasing plan and all these other objectives. We looked at he looked at a police car that had some miles on it. That we
Yes,
were
a
going to
used vehicle,
lease,
yep.
A used one. But the difference of buying a used versus new was $6,000. And correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, but trading these 3 vehicles in, we got $7,500?
$7,500.
$7,500 in trade-in value. So now we're down to where the other vehicle cost, but we have a brand new vehicle that will be going to the chief. We'll be lowering our fleet, which takes care of less maintenance, lowers our insurance because we have that many vehicles on it. So overall, it's a win-win for the borough and for the police department.
And if I could just add, the mileage on the cars, one has a 118,210 miles, the other has 107,000 miles, and the other one is at 100,000 miles. So they all have seen the better part of the day.
Hard miles and
Yes.
and what many people do
Every
not
one of them
realize.
were,
Yeah, it's also a lot of hours.
every one of them were in patrol at some point.
So to me, it's just smart to do this and go in that direction. And like I said, it'll lower operating costs, lower insurance, and we have a sound vehicle, I believe, for the next,
Many
I'll
years.
say, 7 to 10 years.
Thank you. A motion to pass that resolution? Thank you.
Seconded?
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Tomato.
Yes.
Delariva.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sondemire.
Yes.
Giusti.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
Okay, item F, adoption of resolution number 8.7, change fund. This is for construction office, they bring some cash on hand for contractors that come in and they take out, and they have to pay in cash, and have to keep it over in hand to give change. Beginning of each year, we go through a consent agenda, and this should have been there. It was showing $50, our auditor caught it, so another housekeeping item. It should be $100. I need a motion for that.
Second.
Roll call. All in favor?
Councilmembers Delariva.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sondemire.
Yes.
Giusti.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
Tomato.
Item G, adoption of tax office resolutions.
There's 2 of them, I think 8.8 and 8.9.
This is just the refund back. Tax linked, as a payment.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmembers Hudson.
Yes.
Sondemire.
Yes.
Giusti.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
Tomato. Delariva.
Yes.
Item H, authorization to award contract to Phoenix Advertisers or Advisors for disclosure SEC MCDC initiative. This is a new state-imposed process that the company makes sure that we're compliant with all the SEC regulations. This is something that the state and the federal government are enforcing us to do, so we have to do this. With that said, I need a motion to get it approved.
Do we see it?
Yazdi.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
Tomato.
Yes.
Dela Ripa.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Authorization, item H, authorization to award contract to Greens R Us for clay and infield mix.
8.11.
That's a good one. Who makes that motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Yazdi.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
Tomato.
Yes.
Dela Ripa.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sondemire.
No.
Okay, that was our agenda. So, motion to open to late public comment, please.
So moved.
Second?
I know there's two presentations in the book that the mayor liked, about rafting, the paving, and another one was about the, not the, not a bit of
I just have to put the course of this area.
Okay.
Well, the Rafton Road project is
It
almost
starts on,
almost complete. Well,
I just spoke to the engineer today. Project, yeah, they're milling today and tomorrow, and Rafting Road will be paved between Thursday and Friday. So we should be all said and done for the school to open. They've done a great job.
Yeah, it actually looks real nice up there. Actually, one of the residents was walking in and said he couldn't be more pleased with the work that they did. And they had issues, he spoke to the contractor took care of it, and everything went very, very smooth.
Anyone in public?
Real quick, regarding the horse show, Matt Spill on 77 Charles Street. Regarding the horse farm, is that earmarked for anything? Is there something specific that is looking to go into that area? I know it's been a hot topic for quite some time. Is there a plan for that farm yet?
At this point, it's all premature. I mean, it's got to go in front of Highlands.
If I'm not mistaken, that property is owned by a person living there.
It's privately owned.
Right.
But as far as any kind of development now, the answer would be at this moment, no.
Because of the Highlands.
There's been maybe one amendment to the Highlands Act since 2004. So the prospects of any, you wouldn't know, because the prospects of anyone coming forward at this point in time, so, the way it presently stands, it would be so remote. Now, I believe the resolution does say that at one point,
Would that be to go to the school? Because I know the
it was
school.
considered for some development previously, as everyone knows, but, at this point in time, it's just not right that it's part of the Highlands Act, and it's really unfair to the property owner and the residents of the borough that it, doesn't have the ability to be developed, because of the Highlands Act.
Good. Okay, thanks.
There's a property valuation question here, right? It's developable again, how much it's worth goes up.
It would change, I would say it would change dramatically.
Yeah, sure.
It really would, so.
Yes.
I personally would love to see Google or Apple come to this town and set up their headquarters in that lot.
It's a big lot. It is a big lot. So we were just talking about why is it being earmarked for something? We keep hearing the talk about it, but we don't know if there's something that's coming up in the future.
Come on. Love to hear you. Just have to put it on the record.
Okay. Camp here, 17 Brelandale. No, we were just talking about it because we keep hearing about this track farm. Is it being earmarked for something? It seems to be a hot topic. It's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. So we want to know, is it really something that's somewhere tucked away that something's going to come up out of it? Does that person now wants to turn around and sell it, but can't sell it, can't be developed? I mean, what's happening? Now it's been put on the Highlands. I mean,
Yeah, it's like the
Well, but
council
it's been a
said.
part of the Highlands restrictions now for 10 years. So really, the best the borough could ever hope for would be for this to be legislatively changed out of Highlands. So, I think the fact that the property owner and the administration have worked to get it this far, to get it as far as a bill that's been introduced is really encouraging. What it's going to be would be too difficult to tell because the first thing is, and this is a big step, the legislation would have to be, enacted into law for
Okay.
anyone to really take any kind of serious interest in the property.
Yeah, we just wonder, we're telling you, we hear it on and off, it's like, what's going on? And do they have something in the background that's slated for it, but there's really nothing slated for it as
Nothing at this time, right?
It's speculative. That was it.
Thank you. Anyone else in public? This is late public comments. I see a resident walk in. Okay, motion to close late public comments.
Second?
All in favor?
Just for the public's awareness, we are running the Bob Koshka 5K again this year. It was very successful last year. It'll be the same day as Pride Day, which is September 27th. Race route's the same. Registration is open if anybody's interested in registering. If anyone wants to donate to the fund, sponsor the fund, you can do everything through our Facebook page or our registration page. The other thing we threw is a little bit different scenario. We are having a car cruise night the night before at the Walter T. Bergen School. If anybody has an old car they want to come show off, it's no cost to anybody. We're hoping to get a great turnout of cars. People like to do that. There will be food vendors there. There will be some music playing. Like I said, it's no cost to the public. If people want to make a donation to the 5K, we would love to have it. That night is what we call bid pickup for all the racers. They come and pick up all their gear for the race. So we just thought we have something else for the public to do. It's another event in Bloomingdale for a great cause. So mark it on the calendars. Please, if you're interested in running, walking, sponsoring, helping out, we'd love to have you.
When's that car cruise?
It's the 26th, the night before, at the Bergen School, and it's going to open up 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock. I don't know how many cars will be there at 4, but most of these car cruise nights that time of the year are very popular. So Bob was very into old, fast cars. He has 2 of them that we have redone, and they will be there, and we're getting a lot of interest. Old motorcycles, he was a Harley guy. We're welcoming anybody that wants to show off their vehicle. So please come in. Like I said, it's no cost to anybody. Come in, show your car, leave, whatever you want to do. It'll just be a fun night.
Good job. Should be a great night. Okay, that was it. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight. Motion for adjournment.
We have an executive
Oh,
session.
we do have an executive session.
Just
That's ready to go.
two matters, Council President. One is pending tax appeal Johnson Controls versus the borough. The other is just an update on the Ehrenberg litigation. But there won't be any action after the executive session. There's no vote to take or anything of that nature. That would conclude the meeting.
Okay, motion to go into executive session.
Second.
Thank you, everyone.
We're going to take a recess?
Ready?
Yeah.